I always begin with my leave-in conditioner and serum. You want to apply your leave-in generously and use about 1 to 3 pumps of the serum depending on how thick and long your hair is. These two products work together to moisturize, protect, and help smooth the hair as you prep for heat. Once I've worked everything in, I section my hair into fours and cover the section I'm now working on with a plastic cap. This keeps the rest of the hair damp while I blow dry, which is the key to a smoother result. Before I start, I always test the heat on my arm, just to make sure it's hot enough without burning. I'm using my go-to blow dryer, the Conair Silverbird for size. It's under $50 and it gets the job done every time. I stretch the hair and begin blow drying from root to tip, using tension to get it as smooth as possible. That combo, heat plus tension, is what gives you a sleek blowout without having to go over it too many times. I use my dimming brush along the way to reinforce that tension and really smooth the strands out. It helps me get closer to the roots and ensure each section is fully dry before I move on. You'll see me working through each section patiently. This part sets the foundation for the silk press. One side is fully blow dried now, and you can already see how smooth the hair looks. I go ahead and do the exact same process on the other side. Detangle, stretch, and blow dry using the same tension method. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, my ends definitely need a trim. I'm a big believer in maintaining your hair with regular trims, but postpartum life has kept me out of the salon a bit longer than usual. I still wanted to share this process with y'all because it's a great routine and it still shows you how I protect and care for my hair between salon visits. Healthy hair isn't always about perfection. It's about being consistent and kind to your hair at every stage. Once both sides are done, I give myself a side part to shape the silk press the way that I want it to lay once it's styled. Then I section my hair again into 4 clean parts using duck clips and go in around the edges with a wax stick. This helps smooth the perimeter and preps the area for when I go in with the flat iron. I start around the hairline using a small detailing iron. This helps me get close to the edges without putting too much heat on the rest of my hair. Now I'm starting the full silk press. I use the chase method. That just means I glide a fine-tooth comb right in front of the flat iron to make sure each strand gets even heat from root to tip. At the roots, you'll see me tap a few times before I glide down. That's totally safe, especially when your hair is protected. Tapping the roots helps smooth the new growth where moisture tends to sit, and it helps extend the life of your silk press. I work through section by section, making sure the hair is smooth, dry, and pressed, just once or twice, depending on how the section responds. You'll see me pulling the flat iron through cleanly, no smoking, no excessive passes. Less is more when your prep is solid. I'm using the Babyless Nano Titanium Flat Iron at 400 degrees. It glides smoothly and distributes heat evenly, which helps me get a sleek finish in 1 to 2 passes. That's key for minimizing heat exposure and protecting your curl pattern. Yes, I'm using 400 degrees, but that doesn't mean heat damage. The key here is in the prep: deep conditioning, moisture, a leave-in, and a serum with heat protection. That's what allows you to use higher heat safely and still maintain healthy hair. When I press the hair, I work in small sections. Let the tool do the work. You don't need high heat or multiple passes if you've prepped the hair properly. You'll probably notice my ends are due for a trim, and you're right. I always advocate for regular trims to maintain the health of your hair, but honestly, life has been lifing. I haven't made it into the salon since becoming a mom. Still, I wanted to share this process because it's real and it's useful, and it still gives you a great result. This whole process is about more than just straight hair. It's about healthy hair that stays healthy. That's why I formulated these products to work together, from shampoo to serum, to protect your strands every step of the way. I always slow down a bit when I get to the front. This is the most visible part of the style, and honestly, it's where a lot of people go wrong, either applying too much heat or rushing through it. I'm still pressing at 400 degrees, but because the hair is prepped and protected, I only need 1 to 2 passes max. I use smaller sections here, and I make sure to really control the tension and glide. It's not about getting it straight, it's about keeping it healthy, keeping it soft, and making sure it lays how I want it to lay. The goal is always shine, movement, and longevity. That's what makes a silk press last. Once everything is pressed, I'll go in one last time with the wax stick just to lay the edges and get the sleek finish. And that's it, my full blowout and silk press routine at home. From prep to polish using my Radiant Hair Care line, a great blow dryer, and a solid technique. If you haven't already, make sure to watch part 1 of this series where I show you my full shampoo and treatment routine, because healthy styling starts at the bowl.